cover page of One Punch Man Chapter 207, titled Bind, features Empty Void in a battle-ready stance. Previously, the strongest ninja was just about to turn Flashy Flash into one of God's minions with a cube, but Blast showed up and hit him in the face with a heavy gravity knuckle. The creature was sent hurtling into several tons of trash with an explosive crash. Flashy Flash could only stammer at the sudden appearance of the #1 hero. Empty Void stayed beneath the garbage for a moment. Then he escaped with repelling force. His eyes blazed with fury as he uttered the hero's name like a curse. Both Flashy Flash and Speedo Sound Sonic were seated and confused. After all, Flashy Flash just saw his best friend's bisected body after Empty Void used his Dimension Slash. It turns out that Blast just hid the ninja's upper body in another space using a gate. That's an aspect of his dimensional gates that we weren't aware of before. With that in mind, he can probably do something similar to Obito's Kamui from Naruto. Blast knew their location because he never actually split up with Flashy Flash. He was tailing him from above. As the strongest ninja to emerge from the village, Flashy Flash's sensitive had been honed to the extreme. Blast must have excellent stealth skills for him to have gone unnoticed. Then again, Blast's observation skills might need some work since he lost sight of the shinobi halfway through thanks to the mountains being foggy. But Empty Void's Dimension Slash helped him figure it out. Blast congratulated Flashy Flash and Sonic since they were able to overcome the cube's temptation. After that, Blast and Void resumed their fight by way of an empowered fist and a speeding blade. But Blast was faster. He chin-checked the Galactic Ninja yet again. Blast gritted his teeth as he followed through with the punch. Flash and Sonic watched with swords drawn as the top hero did his thing. The blow was enough to draw the monster's blood, but this time, Void faced it head-on and refused to be flung away. Empty Void drew his second sword and swung, but Blast leapt above them while supercharging his own fist. Void was bewildered as Blast grabbed hold of his former partner's hands. With a gentle expression, he let the shinobi know that he's been waiting 15 years for this. If I didn't know any better, I might think that Empty Void is Blue's mom based on how Blast looks at him. He pushed God's minion down while releasing his power, as if he were dropping extremely heavy weights on Void's wrists. A crater was created by the pressure. Blast looked down on him. He was fairly certain that Void would need to form a hand seal with both hands in order to move into a higher dimension. Blast admitted that for the last 15 years, he has been honing his skills in order to capture his old comrade without killing him. Void strained against the binding, but couldn't move a finger. Sonic's eyes widened at the confession, while Flashy Flash calmly assessed the situation. Several orbs of power began to surround Blast. Void refused to go quietly. Blast barely reacted to their approach. As they got close, he recognized them to be the light of divine power as he summoned his own. With a simple gesture, he mimicked the attempt, causing them to spiral around his body. Each of the orbs collided with another, canceling each other out. Looking more intimidating than ever, Blast made it clear that such things were useless against him. He summoned an even more impressive orb in the palm of his hand. The hero projected it onto Void's upper body. He told the monster that he would be treated back at headquarters. But with wide eyes, he noticed two explosive kunai hurtling towards the monster's face. Blast kicked the blades away before they could land. As they detonated elsewhere, he shouted at a foolish Sonic, telling him not to interfere. Sonic shouted back since it was clear that Blast wasn't going to finish the job. Void began laughing. As he devoured the dark energy, he mocked Blast with the unexpected development. In time, the dark orbs that were restraining his arms started to dissipate. Blast was shocked. At the same time, Void formed a hand seal on each hand. Blast rushed to salvage the situation, but by the time he was able to launch his power, Void was already slipping away. The dark orbs found no purchase and collided with the ground as Void escaped. Sinister laughter filled the air. Flashy Flash and Sonic shouted at the #1 hero, reprimanding him for letting that man escape. But Blast was in too much disbelief to respond. If I were him, Sonic would be going home in a wheelchair. Blast's power of darkness that seals the power of light had been absorbed. Apparently, this is a totally unprecedented development. Although, this is the first time we've heard about the power of darkness or even divine light. They were interrupted by a tremendous explosion. There was yet another Dimension Slash. A massive chasm was created. clouds and mountains alike were split in two. Blast managed to warp all three of them away in the nick of time. Again, Sonic totally deserves a beatdown for this. After waiting so long for the conclusion of this battle, I would have loved to have seen more, but this is still really cool. There's still plenty that we don't know about this divine power stuff, so it only makes sense for Void to escape. With that being said, if restraint has been on his mind this entire time, then that implies that Blast has been holding back. So despite being empowered by God and absorbing Cosmic Garo's power, Empty Void is still no match for the #1 hero. At the end of the day, Empty Void is a ninja, so evasion and hit and run tactics are par for the course. But in more unfortunate news, Shigemi Ikeda, the art director of One Punch Man Seasons 1 and 2, has passed away. This absolute legend was also the art director behind every season of My Hero Academia, Inuyasha, Afro Samurai, Overlord, plenty of Gundam iterations, and so many more. May he rest in peace. As always, I'm Sliceable Otaku. Thank you all so much for watching and have an awesome day. I love you.